All right, folks, we're live, and this is Belgrade Beat in the park. Gonna host a meetup here tonight. I don't know how many people are gonna come. You never know, but this is the start of the time when I said everybody should come, and we'll see what goes down. Really interesting, isn't it? How you can just do this in the 21st century. So, any of you watching now? I'll wait until some people start watching. Until then, enjoy the sunset. All right, folks. Well, welcome to Belgrade Beat Meetup 2019, June the 29th, and I'm feeling fine. And if you're watching this and you're in Belgrade right now, you have time to come and meet me now in Studentski Park. I'm going to be here until at least 9 o'clock, and I'm going to be here doing my thing with whoever comes here. Could be, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 people. Who cares? I mean, it's just that I'm here. People ask when they can meet me, when they can, have a beer with me. Well, it's right now, folks. It's right now. And if you're not here and you can come, why don't you come? Because I've got Paulaner Hefeweizen beer from Germany. Yeah. So I'm going to open up the first beer now and hope that at some point somebody will come and say, hey, what's up? I'm here for the meetup. And if it's you, I mean, if you want it to be you, and you're in Belgrade right now, just get on a bus. I know the buses aren't running that well these days, so you might as well use your bicycle. My bike is here, my new bike. And festivities have begun. I'll be here until at least 9 p.m., so come on over. And let's just say that, well, I love this park. The reason I love this park is because it has a feeling of freedom, community, and also like it's somehow, in some weird way, the center of the universe. Like, it's some sort of nexus of some tranquility, some center of the world culture, of at least Balkan Slavic culture. I don't know. Students Park. I can remember so many times in my youth, when I was younger, in my 20s, when I would just be here all night drinking. There used to be a kiosk over there that sold 24-hour beer, or sold beer 24 hours a day. And so basically what I used to do is, come here and drink all night with random people, and it was fun. Yeah. Brandon said he'd be here, but he's in Bucharest. Well, don't get arrested in Bucharest for having the wrong books. Or for smoking books, no. Yeah. What can I say? It's always this strange sort of vibe where you're waiting for people to show up, whatever event, but like this time I really don't give a shit. And I think it's better that way. If people come, that's great. I'm sure some people come. Some people told me they're coming. Met a guy in the street earlier today who said he was thinking of coming and knew about it. Hadn't met him before, but yeah. Belgrade Beat on the streets. So, how about I play a song for you? Whoops. Look at that beautiful tree. Yes, I'm from the Belgrade Beach.
Hi.
You're here for the meetup. Hi, what's your name?
Hi. I'm Arup from India.
Arup from India. Have
Yeah.
a seat, man. Yeah, I'm just live streaming the whole thing.
Okay.
On YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, you came on time.
Hi.
Yeah, because I just sat here and it's like, well, the people who haven't shown up yet should show up, right? And then I just thought I'm not going to live stream the whole event or something, but just, well, there's a chance that people might be like, maybe I should show up. And then they see the thing. It's like, oh yeah, maybe I should go. Maybe I should go to the thing. So, let's talk. How long have you been watching my channel?
Yeah, when I decided to visit Belgrade,
Yeah.
so I found your channel and it's quite informative.
Yeah?
And especially
You
your
want a beer?
no, no, thank you.
Okay.
Especially like instructions like how to commute the city and come from the airport to the city center.
Yeah.
Actually, I took the 72 number
Yep.
bus after watching your video.
Yeah, yeah, cool. How was it? How was it?
It
Was
was
it?
fantastic. And
Yeah, it's interesting because you get to see like the suburbs and just building, and then you're in the center.
absolutely, and I met some awesome people inside the bus.
Really?
Yeah,
You just met
amazing.
people in the bus.
Yeah,
How,
and
how
they're
did that?
very friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like people like, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You talk to them or they talk to you?
Like I initiated this.
Yeah. Uh, Next thing you know, okay. So how do you find the city? What's the impression?
Amazing,
How long have you
amazing.
been here so far?
I am here for the last 8 days.
Is it your first time in Europe?
No, I have been to Europe like many times.
Okay, where?
But first time in Serbia.
Yeah. Okay. Where
I
else?
have been to Switzerland, Austria, Germany.
Oh, those are boring
France.
countries.
Oh yeah.
This is much more interesting,
Yeah,
right?
maybe like I have traveled to I think 11 countries
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Central Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so why did you choose to come to Serbia?
It's very interesting. It's very historical country.
Yeah.
And it was a part of former Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
And I think we have many things in common, and we love
But
Novak Djokovic.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is very famous in India.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and also we get 30 days visa on arrival.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, that's
of
another
course. Yeah.
point. So yeah, it's been very good.
Yeah, it's like yeah. And how does it? Okay, from your perspective, how is this place different from Germany
Well, I haven't visited like too much in Germany
or
but,
Switzerland, Austria, wherever you've spent the most time?
but
What?
the architecture, the city life is almost the same. But
Almost
people,
the same.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
From an Indian perspective, okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
But people are different, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, here people are much more approachable and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
very friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they like to have a good time.
yeah,
Yeah. But the economy is very different here
Yeah.
between here and Switzerland.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more like India here.
yes.
What do you do in India?
Well, I also have a YouTube channel.
Really?
Like I'm basically into traveling and all. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's called Trip Globally,
Yeah?
and
And you're making videos about Serbia?
yeah, I have
Right.
started making videos. Yeah,
What are you going to cover?
I have already covered portraits and other
Yeah?
uh,
Tsiganlia.
Siganlia, yeah,
Siganlia,
yeah, and yeah, some markets, and I went to the night market yesterday.
Oh, down there. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
How
yeah.
was that? I walked through at one point.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
very
very good.
crowded, but I had my bicycle and
Yeah,
I was
it was-
actually drinking with a friend, a couple beers here, and then I went down there to the market and yeah, it looked pretty lively.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good because there are a lot of people and also different serving food and people are dancing, a lot of music. Yeah, great
What-
experience.
Is it similar to the markets in India at all? Do you have those outdoor markets where people sell vegetables and all that stuff? And
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And but in India, like maybe more crowded.
yeah, well, last night was very good, but normally it's normal. When people, where are you from in India?
I'm from eastern part of India. It's called Assam.
Okay, I
But
haven't heard of
have
it.
been living in Delhi.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Assam, where is that? It's on the
It's in
eastern
the
coast.
eastern part of India. Like
Okay, but close to
close to China and Myanmar.
yeah, I've been to Myanmar.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking this winter I might finally go to India.
Most welcome.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. Everybody tells me it's like very loud and crazy and
You'll have a different experience altogether because it's like every state has different flavor.
I want to go
In
to
terms of
Goa.
food. Oh, Goa is very nice place.
Yeah,
Happening
for
place.
tourism and yeah, just the beach and yeah, I'm interested in all these places where people, I don't know, like international. It sounds like an international hippie village, and I think
Right.
it might be good to see that for.
So since how long you have been living in Belgrade?
The first time I started visiting here was 2006 was the first time I came here. I decided to live here in 2008, and then during 2008 to 2011, I decided, like I was living in Canada where I grew up, and making money there, and then coming here, spending my money, enjoying my life, going back there, making my money, and then all of this stuff. And then basically I got sick of that after 3 years. So I moved to London, UK for 1 year. Then I got sick of that after 1 year. And so then I just decided, no, I want to make my base Belgrade and use this as my base to see the world. And since then, I've been working on the internet since 2013, and just working on the internet and always traveling, always going places. But this is my home base since 2013. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
So have you been to India yet?
no,
You should go.
yeah. It's one of those places. The thing is, like working on the internet, you need good internet, and I hear that it's not the best in India right now. It's not the best internet, but it's getting better, maybe. So maybe when it's super, like I go to Thailand a lot, for example, and yeah, the internet there is great. So I need it to reach that. Like I had a ticket to go to Ethiopia on a trip this year, but I canceled it because I need to work. I run a business on the internet, and if I'm offline or there's any sort of thing that means that I can't get on video calls with people and stuff like that, it would be incredibly painful if I could only
Internet
send.
here in Belgrade is quite impressive.
Yeah. Well, we're streaming live right now, and I'm sure they can hear every word and see every single. Yeah, it's like it just works generally, and I love it. So,
Very good.
what else impresses you about here? What do you think of the food, for example?
I think Serbian food is like it's quite it's a lot of meat, but I really love like chicken and maybe goat meat.
Yeah.
Not into pork and beef.
Okay.
but
Yeah. So chicken's good here.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, goat. Yeah, like you can eat a goat head, stuff like that. But
But I
Yeah.
today tried fish soup. That was very interesting, and it was very nice, very delicious.
yeah,
Yeah. And the riverfront, it's near the fortress.
yeah.
It's a floating restaurant.
Float. Yeah. There's lots of stuff
Yeah,
like that down
yeah.
there, and yeah, it's just yeah. And yeah, how long will you stay here?
I'll stay here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Overall 2 weeks.
what do you do back home? What's your job? Are you in
Well,
IT industry by any chance, or do you just travel?
I'm into corporate communications.
Okay.
Like we work for different technology companies, primarily into enterprise technology.
Because I knew it was IT because it's
yeah.
India. Like the only thing that you can make any
So-
decent money here with is something involving technology and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So
That's what I do.
primarily, Yeah, I think, but we are more focused on enterprise technology companies
Yeah.
and not into consumer technology.
Yeah.
So we help them, their management, and we advise them on different, strategies and,
Do you work
roadmap.
on the internet, or do you have to go to the office every day?
We have to go to the office also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
it's like-
offices. That's one
yeah.
of my things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, basically, I mean, how do you travel? Like, how much time do you get off from work to travel?
I normally travel like once in 3 months, like once in a quarter or something like that.
And you get 2 weeks off every
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So how much holiday do you get a year? Like 2 months off? or-
But I can manage because I'm one of the partners in the company.
Mhm. Yeah, so you check your email while you're going. It's not like they don't know where you are. Yeah. I know. I'm the same way. Like I traveled to I was in Lisbon the start of I run my own company as well.
Uh-huh.
So like it's actually only mine, and I'm the owner. And I always check my email. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is check my freaking email. Last thing I do before I go to sleep is check my email, and I've got business running 24 hours a day. So you have to be responsible. It's your bottom line. It's everything like that, and you always have. But in return for that responsibility, you get freedom, right?
Yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. So your channel is becoming very popular, by the way.
Well,
Like we
it's
have been
strange,
watching-
yeah.
It's not strange. It's like great job that you are doing.
Well, I don't really think it is a great job that I'm doing because I don't really spend much time on this.
But I
But
think
the information is there. But
yeah, very
I'm not.
informative. Yeah.
I'm not into editing that much. I just find if I have to edit something, it just takes forever. But if I just do something live stream like this, it's
Yeah.
content direct to the people, and I think that's even like people view it as more sincere or authentic or something rather than
Yeah.
these YouTube videos you
Yeah.
see where people are just like editing everything. Where even if they have like a gap between words. They edit that gap
Yeah.
between words out, and so it's like gap between words. Yeah, and there's like this weird jittery.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm like I want it to be like and I don't have like a selfie stick, so it's like this. I'm like always like here, so it's like literally like I'm just talking next to you. Right?
You're talking on the go, huh?
It's pretty much the same
Yeah,
as when you're
yeah.
watching my videos,
Yeah.
except for I'm sitting right here. Yeah, yeah, right. So I don't
Great
know,
to be with you.
but it's an amazing platform.
Yeah.
And it will only get more amazing the more people. I mean, yeah, we're reaching a point where you can find almost anything on YouTube now, like how to rent an apartment in Belgrade as a foreigner. That's what I'm contributing, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just like some sort of magical way of grassroots communication. And I hope it stays this way, that they don't do too much, altering of the platform, so it's less democratic, less free speech on there, and more, more ads. I would hate that. It's fine the way it is, and it's really changing our society.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love it.
So I can see a lot of Chinese tourists also here,
Yep.
but I find very less Indian people here.
Well, there's more and more, but not as many as the Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe there should be more promotion about Serbia in India.
When was the first time in your life you heard of Serbia?
Yeah, we heard it many years back. Like Serbia is very historical. So when we talk about the war history, or like Slavic history, so I think we have to read about Serbia, and of course the sports like tennis star Novak Djokovic is quite popular in India and everywhere.
Yeah, but
So,
do average people in India know where Serbia is and what it's about? Or is it
maybe
just
yes,
like
yes.
yeah?
I think, yeah.
Okay,
I think
good.
majority of the people
Because I mean, of course, everybody here would know what India is, but they probably wouldn't know about and India is as big a thing as Europe, but they probably wouldn't know that much about the individual parts in India, and
Yeah.
that's the thing.
yeah.
So I was wondering if it was just like, oh yeah, there's Europe, and of course, there's some parts of Europe they know, like Serbia and how Serbia started World War I with Austria by Austria invading Serbia, whatever. Across the river over there. Whatever went down, you guys know the story. Or you guys know whatever version of the
So what
story.
is your suggestion about Belgrade, like in terms of going to different attractions here? Like, what is your recommendation?
Drink beer in the park.
Okay.
Um, I don't know, man. I would recommend, yeah, just drink beer in the park, meet people, talk to. It's more of a city of vibe, rather than I mean, you can go to the Nikola Tesla Museum. I've never been. There's an ethnographic museum right there. The National Museum is now open again after 1,000 years of being closed. Well, not 1,000 years, but now the main square is closed, and it's just a city with a vibe. It's like a place where you come to feel the culture, which is a unique culture,
Yeah.
and there's only like one place in the world which is really like quite like this one,
Yeah.
and that's what's special about it. It's not because it's a place for tourists; it's a place for locals.
Yeah. And everybody is like so approachable. They are so fluent in English.
Yeah.
Almost everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So that's a great plus point. And I think tourists like coming from different countries, they would be happy to be here.
Hey, hey, what's up? Hey. Oh yeah, we met before.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I'm Aruk from India.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a seat.
Oh yeah.
Please have a seat.
Oh yeah, we're just live streaming, so people get
hi.
the message and sort of like
Yeah, sure. Sorry about that.
get the message and come down to the park if they're watching this. Get off
Come
your
on over.
get off your
Where are you?
asses. Yeah. Where are you guys? I'm
Meetup
not.
is here. Studentski Park. U Beogradu.
Yeah. U Beograd, u Studentski park. Da. Kako ide? Da li si
dobro,
naučio?
dobro.
Dobro.
A ti?
Dobro. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, man. Open up a beer.
Yeah. Crack it
I
open.
don't think he's drinking, but yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Is beer drinking allowed in the park? Is a question from George Haralambos.
That's a good question.
It is allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers. It would probably be almost illegal not to do it.
Cheers.
So you're in trouble, big trouble, mister, for not drinking beer.
Yeah. there's evidence now.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, beer.
we're not doing anything.
No. You can actually drink beer everywhere in Serbia.
Other people are also drinking beer everywhere.
Everybody, no, it's perfectly legal. Or I'm not sure. There might be some law somewhere about not drinking in the park, but it's perfectly like accepted by police. I mean, you can have a bottle of whiskey on the tram and just sit in the tram getting wasted with your friends on the little tram that goes around the city center, which isn't running at the moment.
Yeah, but this
yeah.
is the basic attitude in this country, in this city. If you don't cause any trouble,
Well,
they will let you be.
try smoking a joint in front of a police officer. That might not be.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that might not be the best move. I wouldn't recommend that.
Oh, George says that a few months ago I told him to teach Chinese kids online and it took off. Big thank you. Whoa, cool. All right, I don't remember that, but I do actually mention that. Like, if people want to get like a bare bones lifestyle for for example, having a life in Belgrade, and I think they the cheapest and dirtiest schools pay I don't know, $3 an hour if you teach children English online, and that if first month 850 euros. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a really good life here in Belgrade. So George, are you living second month 1600 euros? Wow, congratulations.
That's pretty good.
That's
where
pretty
it
good.
starts to be comfortable.
Well, 850 euros is pretty good here, man. Like, you can get for 300 euros, you can get like a studio apartment somewhere around here in the city center, and you can eat really well if you shop at the local market, cook for yourself, and even fast food can be really good. Maybe not that healthy, but 800 euros, you can drink beer every day. You just can't go crazy, but with 1600 euros, you can go crazy.
Yeah.
And with more than 2,000 euros, you're living like a king. Oh, teaching in the Colosseum in Rome. Okay, I don't know. Like the Colosseum, teaching Chinese guys in the Colosseum. All right, cool. Yeah.
Don't you ever stop jumping on YouTube?
Yeah, no, we're doing this. We're doing this now. We're talking right now.
I so noticed. Hey, Bob from Australia.
Hi, Bob.
Serbian, mate. How are you?
Not bad. Welcome to the live stream of the park. The live stream.
World. Hello, world.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this going for another 7.5 minutes. Then I'm gonna turn it off because guys, you should really come down to the park for the meetup because people are starting to show up and you're gonna miss it. I'm only gonna be here until 9, maybe after. I don't know.
Why? What are you doing after 9?
I don't know. Depends how fun it is here. I'm not really a late night person.
Oh, we get old.
Yeah, how old are you?
45.
45. Yeah, I'm 36. So it's like
You're in your prime.
I'm in
More of
my
a lady-
prime.
More of a ladies' man than the going out type.
No, I'm focusing on my business. I'm in my prime. But yeah, I'm going on a holiday next week. I'm gonna end up in Belarus, and I'm.
Oh, I've been following you from Sydney for about a year or two.
Yeah.
Occasionally jump on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow your posts when you
So you're
make the effort to do the posts.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I spill that on you? Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, when I make the effort. Yeah, well, I don't have much time. I'm running a business, man. Like, I'm in
What are you doing?
international-
What are you doing? Software? Or?
No, support.
Oh, you're just on computer support.
Computer support. People got problems with their computers. We call them up, fix them over the internet. It's great.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, and you can really make a good life here from that. So what do you do?
Oh, I'm born in Australia. Parents are Serbian, so occasionally come through every now and again. And
So just
I do property, and I'm going to start something new when I get back. And
Sydney, Melbourne,
And also
Sydney. Yeah. Yeah.
how many years have you been putting up with Belgrade?
Well,
everywhere's better than Canada.
11. Yeah. Well.
I've been to Canada about 13 years ago.
Yeah. That's.
Toronto. You from Toronto? From that?
Yeah. I'm not a big
I had some
fan of
relatives from Sydney that moved up there to Mississauga,
Mississauga. Yeah.
so I went and visited.
Actually, I'm
got
from the sort of center of Toronto, so I'm very prejudiced towards Mississauga and all the suburbs.
But are still wages really low in Canada, or have they gone up since 13 years ago?
Well,
I heard
depends.
it was pretty shocking
Really?
back last decade. Like, you got out of uni and you're on $20 an hour.
Yeah, that could be.
But I don't know if it's still the same.
But I dropped out of uni because I was making $85 an hour fixing computers. So, haha, if you're a life hacker.
It depends what you finish up as well, obviously, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, would you want a beer?
No, but I've sort of passed the alcohol thing now.
Really? Oh, you've transitioned into the non-alcohol thing.
Yeah, I become a Jewish nun.
Yeah.
So how you find the people here now that you've sort of been here for a while?
Well, I find people here are a lot
Faceless
like me.
or-
A lot like me.
Well, pushing through, getting through life one way or the other.
Yeah, and just like straightforward. More
But
straightforward.
how do you find Serbians here in Belgrade socially? You know,
I love them. I mean,
you get along with them, no issues.
well, what issue could there be apart from the fact that I'm living a life which is a little more driven and successful than they are? Okay, maybe that's a gap sometimes.
Not really. I don't know. I sort of.
But
I
when
find them
you're-
social.
when you're
I've been
sitting down
Serbian
in the
myself,
park-
you know, but not born here.
Yeah, but if you're not born here, yeah, but it's like lako za tebe, brate. Yeah, you know, like
Yeah, but here, let's say there's, you know, let's say Serbians, Macedonians, and Croatians that are not born here, they're usually a lot rougher people. But the people here won't touch you, but they'll rip you off over time.
what do you mean rip? Oh,
Like you get your bike stolen, eventually later it'll be your car or something.
yeah,
My
but
father's put up, like, lived here for a while. He's put up with all that crap.
it's the slow burn scam. It's not the quick scam. It's not like the
Oh,
pick your wallet sort of scam. But there's a
I
scam
suppose
everywhere,
it's a
man.
Balkan thing.
People will fuck you over everywhere, though. Fair. Maybe not Germany, but
No, I think outside here, very less, especially in Asia. No.
What?
You know, they're
Asia?
They're more, let's say like Sinais or Arabs, you know, they're more, they got a bit better etiquette than fucking people here, you know what I mean?
Oh, were you raised with a prejudice against people back home in Australia? Like people back
No,
home are
because
all
we're-
thieves
no,
and
no,
scammers?
but-
This
yeah.
is what it sounds like.
No, but people, let's say people that are born outside of here, you know, they're actually raised and brought up in a different society. Like here, they put up with communism, they put up with war, they, you know, so
Yeah.
their mentality is obviously going to be different compared to the
Here
rest of the
people,
bloody world,
well,
you
this
know?
is what it is. Here people live with more of a scarcity mentality. They're always trying to figure out how to make ends meet.
Yeah, but you
They're
gotta
always
admit,
on a hustle.
that's a North American point of view too, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Obviously, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course. That's where I grew up and where I learned how to do business and stuff like that. I mean, but yeah, the scarcity mentality is obvious. Where, like, for example, like, you know, they'd rather have 1,000 dinars now.
Rip someone off for 1,000 dinars, yeah.
Yeah, they'd rather get 1,000 dinars today by ripping someone off, or rather than getting 500 dinars 10 times.
Yeah.
In an honest way.
Yeah, no. Well, that's right. It's the
Hey,
system of life.
welcome to the meetup. Hi, I'm Eric.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
You're from Russia? Yeah.
Welcome
Dobro
to the
ili
park.
хорошо? Dobro ili хорошо? Хорошо.
Давай,
Okay.
imate pivo.
We grab some beer.
Awesome, cool.
We have that in common. Yes.
All right, folks, I'm going to switch off the live stream. Come down to the park. Got some
It's
friends
happening.
from Russia.
It's happening. The people are rocking up. Get to the party.
Yep, there's beer. Russia. You're from France, right?
Canada.
Oh, Canada. Right, from
It's
Quebec.
the same
right.
as you.
Yeah. India. No, he's not. He speaks a different language than me.
We're in Canada, but
Yeah.
they speak French in Canada too, don't they?
Yeah. No. But you speak another language too as your mother tongue,
So,
right?
ça va.
Awesome.
Right. And yeah.
So
yeah,
from Australia.
Yeah. So we got everybody here. Guys, come down to the park. Meetup is going on. I'll catch you later.
We won't get too drunk.